When the US imperialists and their stooges were clamoring for a war to crush socialism in Korea, Kim Jong-il, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, ordered the whole country into semi-war state. In the confrontation against the United States, it led the people to get everything prepared to take the initiative in countering whatever provocation by the enemy. Ri-in-mo, who defended his faith without yielding to all sorts of torture and appeasement in prison in South Korea for 34 years, is embraced by socialist motherland by Kim Jong-il. This is a great victory of the Korean people. Korea's victory in the confrontation against the United States was a historic event that elevated to the highest the international prestige of Juche Korea, which is under the leadership of President Kim Il-sung and General Kim Jong-il. Korea proved itself to be a great power of ideology, a great power of politics, and a great military power. Korea, which has always been victorious and glorious, sheds brilliant rays all around because it is led by Kim Jong-il, successor to President Kim Il-sung. The unexpected death of President Kim Il-sung, the great father of the Korean people, was the greatest loss of the Korean nation and mankind, as well as their greatest misfortune. When the whole nation was grief-stricken, Kim Jong-il, who was more sorrowful than anyone else, shook up the people. He made a Kumsusan Memorial Palace, the sacred temple of Juche, and placed President Kim Il-sung there to be immortal. He thus fulfilled the earnest desire of the people who yearned for the president. The great leader, Comrade Kim Il-sung, will always be with us, and let us arm ourselves more firmly with the revolutionary idea of the great leader, Comrade Kim Il-sung. These slogans, raised by Kim Jong-il, inspire the grief-stricken people and soldiers with redoubled strength and courage. Supreme Commander Kim Jong-il visited soldiers at the front in pursuit of army-centered politics to safeguard the red flag of revolution which symbolizes whole life of President Kim Il-sung. The Supreme Commander was at the front when the imperialists and other enemies were clamoring that Socialist Korea would hold down the red flag. When asked whether they will surrender and live as slaves of imperialism or will fight and keep the honor of the Guards, the soldiers answered as follows: "Great General, it is our honor whether we live or die in the fight under your command." Kim Jong-il was among his soldiers on festivals, holidays, and even on his birthdays. He crossed and recrossed the steep and high Cholyang Pass, catnapping and eating rice balls on his trip to the units at the front, evolving protean strategy and tactics in a deep tunnel in the north one day and on a high hill at the front another day. On his endless journey of field direction, the Supreme Commander teaches the men the Juche-orientated strategy and tactics, inspires them with the strength of a match 400 force, and encourages them to keep national defense impregnable. Saying that the Supreme Commander can exist only when they are his soldiers, he takes loving care of them as if they were gold green. Supreme Commander Kim Jong-il takes pleasure in staying with the officers and men of the People's Army. Saying that nothing should be spared for the soldiers, he instructs that good meals should be provided for them and that bean sprouts should be supplied regularly. Showing endless love and confidence in them, he leads the soldiers, the sons and daughters of workers and farmers to become heroes. Because the officers and men of the People's Army who safeguard your Supreme Commander with their very lives, entrusting their destiny and future to him, defend the country, socialist career is impregnable. Under the guidance of the Supreme Commander, the merited chorus of the Korean People's Army encourages the army and people with barrage of songs. The officers' rivals also work for the revolution with a high sense of pride and confidence, encouraged by the Supreme Commander, who holds them up as revolutionaries fighting shoulder to shoulder with their husbands. Kim Jong-il showed great trust in the People's Army by giving them the task of undertaking a major front of socialist construction in addition to the mission of national defense. By giving soldiers this honorable task, he encouraged them to carry out this task with their lives and to create a revolutionary spirit of soldiers. The Supreme Commander's firm confidence in the soldiers and the soldiers' trust in him have produced a might of unbreakable unity. Thanks to this, many monumental structures have been erected. These monumental structures for the prosperity of the country substantiate the validity and vitality of army-centered revolutionary leadership. In the latter half of the 1990s, when Korea was on an arduous march and forced march because of the U.S. imperialist maneuvers to isolate and stifle the republic, and because of the natural calamities, Kim Jong-il visited the workers and other people of Jang province. Bearing in mind his instruction that bullets, not sweets, will save the people from falling into the lot of slavery again, the workers in Jang province are living and working like undying birds. The workers and other people of Jang province strive under the motto, "Let us go smiling, though the way is thorny." Although they are too hungry to stand up, they tighten their belts by their machines, asking for work to do. Yearning for Kim Jong-il, these people have built power stations by their own efforts and electrify their province by courageously overcoming all the difficulties. Kim Jong-il called the fighting spirit of these people as the Gange spirit, the people who had carried out the arduous march with success. He held them up as the front rankers of the whole country. In order to spread the Gange spirit all over the country, Kim Jong-il visits the workers of the Sungjang steelworks and encourages them to raise a torchlight of a great upsurge. The workers were overcoming manifold difficulties caused by the imperialists. Because a powerful nation has to be built by our own efforts, Kim Jong-il encourages the people to display the revolutionary spirit of self-reliance everywhere he goes. Saying that defeatism and the worship of great powers should be crushed by the iron hammer of self-reliance, Kim Jong-il trusts the working class as the main force of the revolution, who must continue to perform heroic feats, teaching them the truth that heroic feats can be proud only when they are performed continuously, just as flowers can be beautiful only when they are in bloom without withering. Kim Jong-il has led all sectors of socialist construction to effect leap forward, to turn adversity into favorable situation, misfortune into blessings, and to realize the hopes for a bright future as soon as possible. Kim Jong-il is on an endless journey of field direction, giving rise to the revolutionary spirit of soldiers and the Gange spirit everywhere he goes, inspiring the people with a confidence in building a powerful nation and optimism for the prosperity of the country. He launched a blueprint for national prosperity and set in motion the full-charged endeavors to make history of transformation for the people's well-being. As a result, Korea's landscape has got new appearance. He initiated a grand plan of realigning the crop fields throughout the country and standardized the size and shape, and enlisted the servicemen and civilian people in this nature harnessing project. This vast, refreshing scenery of changed landscape is the fruit of Kim Jong-il's daring plan and efficient leadership. The overriding concern of Kim Jong-il's activity is the well-being of the people, including workers, and on his inspection trips across the country, he always calls at dormitories and dwelling homes to look closely into the people's living conditions. Everyone who had an opportunity to meet Kim Jong-il said to him earnestly, "Please don't worry about our living. When we are through with hardship, we'll be well off. Our only wish is your good health." Deeply impressed, Kim Jong-il said to the officials, "How laudable our people are. We fail to supply them with sufficient food or clothes, but they dismiss it only as passing hardship and continue to support our party and socialist system. When they see me, they always thank me. We must work to provide a fulfilling, prosperous life for these people who trust and follow the party only." He is determined to strive to give the people what material comfort he can. This is why they follow him as their father and tell him even their innermost feelings and thoughts. These scenes of single-hearted unity, the true profile and source of the might of Korea, are based on the people's conviction that national prosperity and their well-being are in store when they follow Kim Jong-il, the destiny of the nation and the father of the harmonious country, to the ends of the earth.